Damn, earbuds snapped off at the worst time. Okay, I think we're live. Hey guys, Steven here, Fanatic Perspective. Just trying to have sharper attention to detail here than the Texas offense did tonight and showcased under and led by Steve Sarkisian. By hook or by crook, they did win the game. They did win the football game 16-13 in overtime in Lexington, Kentucky to advance to 5-2 in the SEC. I believe we're now two and one overall in SEC play. Guys, we have 5 games left in SEC play. I just wrapped up the post-game Bleach Report show, so I will have that posted here as well, where you can see the immediate reactions over there. I just decided to split them up today because I want to talk to Tran. This is going to be a 2-man conversation because I have a feeling this is like one of those Texas victories, and we've had some of these over the years because Tran and I are not new to this. We're true to this. We've had some of these games where we've won, but they've turned into therapy sessions. And I feel like tonight is a win, but a therapy session, Tran. Your perspective here, my brother. Where do you want to begin?
All right, because I know we're going to be talking about a lot of the bad that happened tonight, honestly. So I think we should honestly start off at the good. Hats off to the defense, man. I for them to be playing as much as they did on the field, and then had 2 straight plays of stopping them uh, at the goal line, essentially. To have enough energy to do that and pull that out, hats off to them. Defense forced a turnover. A turnover, probably had different shots at probably about 2 other shots at different fumbles that I saw.
Yeah, they didn't. They're gonna get. They're gonna. That's the thing, right? Like they technically forced 2 turnovers on downs.
Yeah.
Right, with the because Kentucky was 1 and 3 on 4th down, so they technically caused 2 turnovers there, but they're not going to get a turnover technically by fumble, interception, blah blah blah. But they did obviously get a turnover in terms of not flipping possession.
Yeah.
But anyway, continue. Yeah.
But I mean, Anthony Hill was all over the place. I think he had like 14 to 15 tackles. The last I saw, he had that amazing interception. We saw the guys who we said at the beginning of the year were pressing a little bit, like step up when we needed them. Colin Simmons was phenomenal. He had 3 sacks and
3 sacks today.
He really should have had 4, but their quarterback made a really good play when he ate up the whole play, and he busted out and almost got a first down. But Colin Simmons was great today. The whole, I was very impressed. The person who I thought had probably the worst game on defense was actually Michael Taft. He a couple times, from what I saw, he looked a little bit out of position, and he got picked a couple times by his own player. But it's something that I feel very comfortable with this team, that they're grown up enough to fix those little errors that they have. With that said, did he have a horrible game? No, but there was just certain things that I saw that he messed up a little bit on there, and it might not have even been him that messed up. It might have been the guy who picked him messed up.
It's funny you said that, right? Because when I came, I just left Bleacher Report there. I actually started the game with who would be the MVP, right? And so I had 4 candidates. You named 3 of them. The 4th one and you named it off camera earlier, so I might actually give you credit for this. But the 4th candidate off camera would be Mason Shipley, just for the big kicks and obviously helping us win this football game. But over on Bleacher Report, Ryan Niblett ended up winning player of the game. Then it was Anthony Hill, Colin Simmons, Mason Shipley, Colin Simmons. But those were the 4 guys that like stuck out to me in terms of why we won the game, right?
In my eyes, they all get a game ball. Honestly.
And so great effort all night by those guys. I mean, and again, the defense wasn't perfect. I've been telling people, clutch factor is big for me, right? And I was ready to fire off this defense yet again. Even last season, I told you, Shane, there's certain moments where, regardless of the DeAndre, we will talk about the DeAndre Moore idiotic mistake. Idiotic mistake. We will talk about that in a second. And Darren, I see your super chat. I'm gonna get to you in a second, but I wanna finish this thought. And I'm gonna post it here so I don't forget you. I want to finish this thought. Despite that, in practice, you are trained for situations. And you are trained to say it is you're down offense or defense, you're down or you're up 3. You need to get a stop. We need to hold on this drive. Or, we need to get the ball back, right? Like, forget any injustices that have happened to you. Forget if the game should have or should not be over yet. But in this situation, in this down, I need you to stop them. And for them to allow Kentucky to stroll down the field with no problem on the most important drive, and I know y'all played a shit ton of snaps. No excuses, though. We train for that. There's a certain area of practice for that. In the most important period, y'all seem to come up a little short. Now, I know it's crazy that we're already complaining about the defense, and because the rest of the show is going to be dedicated to the offense and the problems we have. So that's why we're getting it out now.
So can I
But they got the biggest stop at the goal line.
Yeah.
When it mattered the absolute most, they did get it in overtime.
So yes, the players have to play the game, but I hold a lot of resentment towards Sark on those drives, or PK, whoever's in charge of the timeouts. In my eyes, so they got 2 first downs, then we had a pass breakup. If I am the coach right there and I have 3 timeouts, I call the timeout right there just to give my team a breather right then and there. Just say,
I want to gas up my pass rushers.
No time is being taken off the clock right now at this point. Let them breathe. You have 3 timeouts. And the reason why I say that is because at the end of the second half, they ran on first. Yes, they were pinned against their own goal line, but they ran. They got 6 yards on first down, and Sark helped them out and called a timeout. To me, that's a win on first down. I know you want to get the ball back, but it's now 2nd and 4, and you just gave them an extra timeout to actually get them to the drive. And actually, they drove down to kick a field goal, and he just pushed it, right? Am I wrong on that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I didn't understand his strategy on calling timeouts.
I didn't understand his strategy for the whole game, but that included, right? Like, that's anyway. But I'm gonna finish up by saying I was ready to fire off the tweet off of the first play in overtime when they allowed old boy just on a basic bubble to scoot down the sideline. But again, this also comes to like Mark Stoops in Kentucky. Like, just have y'all not watched Texas in the last 2-3 years on goal line? That's the one thing you don't want to do.
Yeah.
The most critical moments in the game. Y'all, that's like Texas A&M fans were in a group chat with a big one who was literally saying, "Did they not watch our game? What are they?" Like, so there's a reason why them dudes had lost 8 straight SEC games and now a 9th. So we will say that. But from a therapy session standpoint, let me take the super chats first, Tram. Do you want to address Darren's question or should I? Thank you for the $5. I'm sorry, but I'm tired of the excuses for Arch. He's in year 3, Tram. I'm watching redshirt freshman CJ Carr cook for Notre Dame. We got to reevaluate. It's not working, Tram. You want to address this one?
So, I was the one who got a whole bunch of crap when I was defending Quinn Ewers last year. I mean, I hate to say it, but I think if we had Quinn Ewers this year, we're undefeated to this point.
I disagree, because he wouldn't have survived behind this offensive line. There's no way. There's no way, Trent. There's no way. My thing is, you have to loop Quinn with Jake Majors and Banks and all them. To me, they're tied together because Quinn behind this line, honestly, we'd have to do an investigation to see if we could recognize the body. That's how bad it is, pass pro wise. I'm not trying to just cap for Arch like that because the boy's missing layups that Quinn would hit in his sleep.
Would hit, yes.
So those throws, if we want to go there, all of those throws, Quinn makes those weren't even difficult throws for Quinn, which is crazy because we were snapping the other way about deep shots with Quinn, but we took the intermediate and the short for granted. So they're driving us crazy. Like, I don't know what else to say, bro.
Yeah, no, I mean, so to me, I don't know because I don't want to give up on the kid because I do. There are moments with that kid that you see why he he's a Manning. Like there's certain moments, but then like it's inexcusable when you missed the same play that they missed to lose to Ohio State. We had that again, that same look.
Oh,
and
man.
He did the same exact thing. I don't know. Like I feel like that should be hitting your sleep.
Especially at this point in the year.
Yes. Yeah, and then
this ain't August. It's not August.
That pass to injuries too.
That might be a touchdown. Am I tripping, or was he that open, like at the 20 to 15 yard line, to where he might at least he has a chance to score? If you give him a catchable pass, what kind of pass was that, bro?
That like those two could have gone because there was no one on that side of the field where Ringo was. Oh, that's the thing that was frustrating to me about it. And then the him, just the bad decisions. Like I feel like we're a low IQ team on offense. No, I don't feel like it.
Talk about it. No, we are.
No, we are.
Go there.
Because even in the overtime, when when Arch decided to actually pull the ball and throw the ball to Wingo, and Wingo had no idea he was even throwing the ball. I thought he was going to be picked. I'm not joking. I was like, I'm about to scream all sorts of F words around my house. Yeah, I mean, just like it makes no sense situationally. Like things that people at this level should know to handle in certain situations, that we're not doing that. Hey, we can't get a penalty. Oh, first play of overtime, we hold. I was like, oh, sweet. So now we have to go back 10 extra yards.
Even the commentators, like Brock Osweiler and the other dude, are like, the only thing that can't happen here is Texas just can't get a holding. Literally, they're like a holding penalty. They just can't.
I legit had to turn it off because all they were doing was giving Kentucky's defense praises. I was like, I think our defense should get a little praise on what we're doing as well. But yeah, it's just like that, and the DeAndre Moore made an amazing play to convert that third down, and then the second down running out of bounds. You didn't even get the first down. You get the first down and you run out of bounds, perfectly fine.
This offense is ass to the 10th to ass. Not ass to 9, ass to 10, Tran. This offense isn't ass to 9, it's ass to 10 to the second power. Thank you for the super chat, D-Money Can't Get Money. Guys, while you're here, while we're having our therapy session, right now we're at the point of the therapy session where we're not talking about solutions, okay? It is important to get out the frustration first. Why are we mad? Sometimes we're going to say some things we don't truly mean, but we need to get it out first before we start to, like right now, if you come to me with a solution, I'm not trying to hear that right now, brother. I need to talk about why the fuck we suck first, okay? Let me get that. So that's the point we're at right now. So I appreciate Tran getting out of his system saying we are a low IQ football team. That needed to be said. Because
it looks like
no one should have to tell DeAndre Moore to stay the fucking bounds, get the first down. You see where bro, like, and that's what I'm talking about, where like Sark's going to get heat. He should get heat this offseason. Look, I know if Quentin were here, he would talk about, I know you had your baby, bro, and L'Oreal came back and blah, blah, blah. But, maybe you trusted the lieutenants a little too much in the offseason to run camp while you had some PTO. Maybe so. However, I shouldn't have to tell a player like DeAndre Moore to do that. But we continue to see these type of mistakes. So then I start to think, how are you aware of these things, Sark, when these situations are happening as a play caller to remind the whole team? Like, who is the person on the sideline that's saying, guys, third and blah, 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 can't have a negative, can't go backwards? Like, just the constant, like, that's what coaches do. Sometimes it's just, you have to drill it, right? But like, Sark is he's the guy also responsible for calling the beater. And he's trying to find the beater, and he's trying to figure out what's personnel and all this type of stuff. There's no way he's also able. I mean, the only person he can talk to in his headset is Arch, right? Before the 15 seconds to at least say, hey, if there's a free man, watch out for the cat, blah, blah, blah. But like, that's it. And the rest of the time, he's on his knees. Pause. So I'm like, I don't understand who is the person holding everybody else accountable in situational football moments. Who is it? Is it Kyle Flood? Because your group normally is the one that commits the pre-snap penalty. The wide receiver coach is upstairs. It can't be him. And then who's left? Jeff Banks and the running back coach, Chad Scott? You tell me, man.
Dude. I just know that we didn't take the coach bus to Kroger Field. We took a short bus to Kroger Field. And by the way, we played. Is Kroger's still around? We lost. We almost.
Sadly,
lost.
I have a Kroger next to my house, and it is ass. It's right next to my house, and it's ass. I can't stand
I guess our performance decided to belong there.
Just like this defense. Fuck them. Bum ass Kroger. Anyway, get back on track. Misfit, thank you for your donation. Congratulations, y'all won today. Thank you for being on here. I appreciate you, Misfit. Thank you, sir. I know you guys got back on track with OU today. All right, who's the next one? Catch the Wave X. Any other wins on the schedule after Mississippi State? Brother, you're assuming Mississippi State is a win.
Yes.
Brother, hey, brother, you assuming Mississippi State is a win? Is anybody else here doing that? Especially since they just lost to Florida today? Because you know how desperate teams play us. We ain't gonna catch them making mistakes like they did today.
Oh, dang, it's Surfer Boy sighting. I just saw him.
Oh, Surfer Boy feeling good, bro. Surfer Boy feeling good because they got a real one.
Yeah. Oh, they did.
Gunnar Stockton's a real one, brother. Gunnar, they got a real fucking quarterback in Athens, Georgia, bro.
That Sling Blade looking motherfucker.
Sling Blade threw for 350 and 5 tutties.
Get him his French fried potatoes.
That boy's balling. Gunnar Stockton is balling. Hey, that's a big win. They beat an undefeated Ole Miss. It's a big win. All right. Yo, Marley, I actually quoted this. I quoted this at the end of my Bleacher Report thing when I heard him say that bullshit. When he was like, well, half the league, I don't know. It's like one of those times, too, as a fan, where whatever Sark's going to say, I'm going to be annoyed with it because I'm just upset with the team right now. Like, whatever was going to come out of his mouth was going to piss me off. And it did. He's like, well, half the league lost today. And we weren't that half. say that after you just called the game you called, sir. You guys almost committed war crimes here tonight. Brian Webb said every year Texas makes an unranked team look like the Avengers. Oh, man. Is Mississippi State a win? I don't know.
It can be.
I don't know. Because to Austin's point earlier, bro, they couldn't run the offense at Kroger Field, bro. Imagine them trying to run the offense with them cowbells. We are going to be shooketh.
At least it's an 11 o'clock game. Oh, man. I'm laughing because it hurts so much.
This is some good super chats, guys. Dimple Wonder, thank you, sir. He said, my guys, what a disgusting performance. How on earth are we going to do what we do to OU and then hand the ball to a running back? Yeah, let's talk about that. Our opening script, and we've already talked about our inefficiency to score just starting football games, period. It's been bad. It's been bad for years. So even when we've been good, even when we've been playoffs, all this type of stuff, that portion of Steve Sarkisian's product has been underwhelming at best. They ran a double flea flicker reverse on the third play instead of even remotely trying to establish or reestablish what Wisner and them did coming off of, like, you saw the way you ran the ball and you started your drives in the second half versus OU in the beginning of the third quarter. And that's why I'm like, where's the self-scouting in this program? Where's the self-awareness in this program? How dare you come out there against a team like this, knowing they're 87th in the country against the run? People have been running the ball over Kentucky all year, and you come out here and you don't even try. It was at one point, the point I tweeted, Arch Manning had 15 dropbacks to 2 Trey Wisner carries at one point in this game. And then Arch had 2 runs of his own. That's unacceptable. And it's unawareness. I don't know. Sorry, Tran, do y'all have any bullshit like a flea flicker in your opening script? Who scripts that in the first 15 and the first 5?
Well, let me tell you this. So,
what the hell?
Let me tell you this. It hurts even more because I saw it in Alabama's first opening script where they did it to Ryan Williams. And it worked. And it worked. It's like he threw it to a wide open Ryan Williams, and we threw it to a Jack Idris who wasn't even looking at the ball. That's what we did. Special.
Amizi, this super chat from Amizi actually fits right into what I'm talking about with how we started the third quarter, because we were asking against OU, we asked Arch Manning to be a complimentary field general, and then we will get you in third and makeables, right? We had a lot of third and makeables against OU, and that's where he was able, like most quarterbacks, was more comfortable and able to convert those and then turn around and hand the ball off. Yeah, like right now we're back to White Stoops and Sam Ellinger and running our quarterback, even though even the design runs weren't hitting today from the quarterback, by the way. I mean, he finished in the minus, I believe. Like Marlon said, 179 total yards of offense in a game that went to overtime against a team that was 107th in yards allowed in the country. I'm concerned. He had 8 first downs in the game.
Sweet.
You played 5 overtimes. Or no, I'm sorry. It's not 5 overtimes. You played 4 quarters in an overtime. And you had 8 first downs. 8.
The thing that's so frustrating is that we're wasting a championship caliber defense.
Again.
Again, yes. Because, like I said, if we were top 50 in offense, we're blowing teams out.
Right.
We're blowing teams out.
Just that.
Yes.
Like that means you're in the middle.
Yes. We're blowing teams
or
out.
slightly
Nuts.
above average. Yeah. Yeah, that means you're slightly above average.
Are we still in the top 80? Because I think when we did this a couple weeks ago, we were like 76 or something like that.
Let me get to your super chat. I'm sorry. Hang on one second. I apologize, C. Jenkins. Okay. Oh, shit.
It's both. I think it's both terrible. Terrible. I will say this, that a couple calls, Sark did have people wide open, and we missed him. Just straight up missed him. But they were few and far between. I mean, it was maybe 3 or 4 I could think off the top of my head that it was just really bad misses. But so I'll say it's more so this has to go on Sark's shoulders.
So, C. Jenkins, my answer to your super chat and to your question is our ability to marry our deep passing game with our run game at the time with Bijan and Roshan was elite, to where we were able to just crush people with deep posts and deep crossers and just get those butt naked wide open. Those opportunities aren't there as much as they were back then. They're still there. I'm not saying, but the volume and the way we were catching people in football, because that was the year coming off of him and Mac Jones 2020 Bama. And so he was still catching people that year. That first year, he installed his offense at Texas, even despite all the nonsense and everything going on. We were very explosive, no doubt about it. To Casey Thompson's credit, he still hit on a better rate of those throws than, especially the deep ones, than Quinn and Arch sometimes, till this day. Especially before his thumb issue. That's just, at this point, it is what it is. Now, I do believe the 2023 offense, Quinn's junior year, or second year in the offense, I should say, that was the most consistent Sark offense and the offense that performed the best against the best opponents. So, especially when Jonathan Brooks was healthy, I think that was the best form, the most complete form with Jatavian Sanders, A.D. Mitchell, Xavier Worthy in year 2. Like, I think they were the most consistent group. But yeah, that productivity. Like, if we had Casey Thompson numbers right now, yeah, we're undefeated. Easy, right? Like, that was a top 30 offense. We don't run the ball or throw the ball like that anymore. And I don't know what it be. So when I posted the poll on Bleacher Report, I asked the question. I said, who's the biggest culprit? Is it Steve? Is it Arch? Is it the offensive line? Or is it the lack of playmakers? What say you guys? Right? Or is it a combination of some of those things? Arch is having growing pains. I do think that Arch is going to have other games where he's going to play better. He's going to play well. I'm really curious to see how he handles Mississippi State, because that was his glow-up game last year. Albeit it was in Austin. This is the first opponent that he'll play that he's seeing for the second time himself as a starter, right? There's no other comparison to the game that's coming up. This is Mississippi State now at Mississippi State. Much different group of personnel around Arch, but this was your glow up. This was your welcome to the country game last year, buddy. So I'm really curious to see how he responds to that. Anything you want to add to this? Because we got a lot of super chats we want to get to.
No, let's move on.
No, I appreciate this comment, Jenkins. And I see Bones. Bones had one earlier I want to get to. Thank you for the donation, Bones. When do we acknowledge that the last 2 seasons were good because of 25 NFL players on a soft schedule? Yeah, we got to acknowledge. At this point, I think it's safe to say that Isaiah Bond was one of those, considering he's a starter now in the NFL. Or else we would have broken the record, or would have at least extended the record of numbers because clearly he should have been a second round pick at minimum. But anyway, window acknowledged because of the 25 NFL players, a soft schedule, same team, less talent, same bad coaching. I think this year's bad has been poor coaching. I can't say that the last 2 years have been bad coaching. Not when you have that level of consistency, even with NFL players. I'm not going there. I can't do it. Me personally, what say you, Trent?
No, I mean, I think this is the first year, and it's just like, I don't know if complacency has set in or something like that, or they just think that, hey, we're going to win off of talent, but the product is not the same as it's been the past couple of years.
Not even close. I mean, look, at this point, it's not. We can't hide from it. We were all wrong about replacing the offensive line in terms of us giving them the benefit of the doubt. That has been a huge factor. I think a lot of us were wrong about the impact of the running back room on a consistent basis. Tran, I'm gonna say something, and some people are gonna get mad, but we're in truth telling time right now.
Okay.
We got shit from a lot of people. Not a lot of people. Let me go back. We got shit for saying we didn't feel comfortable with CJ Baxter coming back as early in the recovery now. And at this point, I even wonder if we're going to see him back the rest of the season. And this was my fear early on because I saw it happen. Now, Jonathan Brooks' injury that he suffered in Carolina is very different, much more severe than the hamstring issue that Baxter's dealing with. But do you see where I'm going with this, brother?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not here to say I told you so, but this is why we were concerned. This is why we have years of knowledge of paying attention to this shit. Because same things happen over and over and over and over again when you start paying attention. And now we lose a running back to the portal. They said Michael Terry's moving over. I knew they weren't going to play him today because they're short on the rotation. They lied and said that James Simon was going to be priority. Did James Simon touch the football field tonight?
No, I haven't seen him.
So, and Trey Wisner's not 100% healthy.
No.
He's running on warrior spirit and just I love him. That's why I'm not even gonna trip on the fumble thing, like because he's giving us so much with what he has. But like we ran Christian Clark a couple times, and then I don't see anybody else.
Oh, we like to run arch.
We're running arch
power for half a yard every single time. let's take our quarterback and get him injured. Yeah, we forgot to even touch on the fact that our one offensive touchdown was a fumble recovery by one of our offensive linemen.
Yeah, we are definitely a softball school. I agree. We didn't even try to run the backs. Frustrating. I know. That's the thing. It's the lack of effort. Like, y'all didn't even try. Y'all came out there pass happy from jump. We're not going to establish no physicality. We're going to run trick plays. We're going to get to the like
on the road.
He said, "Bro, we running quarterback power on third and 8. Bro, we ran that QB. You texted me. You said that can't be the play call. Right?
I was like, I think
there's no way he just called
that. That was a blown play call, right? That's what I told you. I was like, that was a blown play call, and you're like, no, bro, that was it.
It's that bad. Thank you for the super chat. Saw Blade Painter. Steve, should we be worried that our receivers will transfer because of Arch? I'm not concerned about that right now. Not right now. Those are some of the conversations we can have more so, at the end of the season, and if none of these guys start, Oh, Derek, I told you I was lied to. Let me be very clear. I did not see a single fucking fall practice. Okay. I am not an insider. I got information saying that they were cooking. Okay. Now, that information comes from the team, and the team was lying about evaluations of certain people. I'm comfortable saying that now. I don't care who gets mad at me. I don't care if they want to cut me off. That is what I'm not here. I'm a fucking fan, bro. I got told by people I trust that, bro, like this looks like what it's supposed to look like. And we didn't see no we like this is information that's why all the sites had that shit. They were selling lies. And honestly, coming off of what were coming off of. Tran, you hear me? We coming off the Cotton Bowl, winning the Big 12 when we left, having a great year in the SEC when we got there. We thought, yo, like they know what they're talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like at that point, this is not like you only get intel one time a year, bro. You get intel over a period after building trust over years. That's why these inside sources feel so confident in the information that they get and work to establish that trust. So they're just as frustrated as I am as a fan reading, having an inside scoop on whatever, blah, blah, blah. The bottom line is none of us saw them play until August 30th. That was the first time we ever saw any iteration of this football team. None of us saw anything. Shit is different when you have a spring game because you can't hide it as much. You can try to manipulate stuff, but people kind of can see in the spring game, like, we might not be able to play. Like, stuff starts, but we had nothing. We got no we didn't get any access to any scrimmages.
No.
So all we could go on is the first time I got worried, I told y'all. The first time I got worried was when I heard we went 1 for 7 in goal line in that second scrimmage. And I came on here and said that. That's all and I was like, that, I don't care how good the fucking defense is. That's worries
unacceptable.
Me.
Yeah, that's unacceptable. 1 for 7.
Yo, y'all stupid. He said, somebody said to use the Kendrick misusing your influence. The evils of Lucy was all around me. This is not time for jokes, Drew. You was misusing your influence. If you know, you know. Generally can't fathom it. The flea flicker showed weakness. I agree. Let me see here. Nah, I'm serious. They lied. People told lies, bro. That's the all I can do is report, and from now on, I'm gonna move differently about it. They're not getting the same benefit of the doubt next offseason. They get Gideon's. The only they were right about certain players. Like since spring, they've been talking about Grayson Littleton.
Yep.
They all of them. They talked a lot about Parker. So they weren't wrong on certain on certain parts or people, but when they talked about like how good the offense was going to be or how good this offensive line was going to be, and then the first sign, because now you know what I tell you guys, right? This channel is now a DIS channel. Don't ignore the signs. The first sign was when Connor Stroh all of a sudden won the left guard job the last week of the season or the last week of camp when it was like Neto 90% of the way. And no one was concerned about this before the Ohio State game the week of. They were just like, yeah, we're we're just gonna make a quick little change over here. That was a red flag. Looking back, right? Like, so now we have a freshman playing left guard. None of those people are playing. We had 19 carries for our running backs today. Is that true? Did we even have that many? I don't think we had 19 carries for the running back.
I wonder if it's 19 carries total,
We had,
including Sark's QB powers. Holy shit!
yeah, yeah. We only had 15. Christian Clark had 3, and Wisner had 12. Arch had
And
11. I can't believe we're here in 2025, bro. I need to get to these. I'm sorry. I need to get to these. I got 3 super chats here. Matthew Miller, what's up, man? I got to get you on here soon to talk ball as well. 6 design runs at halftime. Yep, say no more. We don't score off turnovers. I did retweet this. You made this point, and this is a big one we need to pay attention to while we're talking about it. We don't score off turnover. We didn't score off any of the turnovers in the Oklahoma game. Like we went belt to ass on them and didn't score on any turnover. Then we get opportunities today and we don't score on on a 4th down, like you said, overturning a 4th down or blah blah blah. Matthew Miller said Arch missed 3 layups. Yep, at least 3. The O-line gets Arch killed on a 3-step drop. We can't fall on fumbles, and we are all around abysmal on O. I just added Dimple Wonders chat into your chat about we can't fall on fumbles. Marley said I'd be doing the K-Dot. Ah!
We can't fall on
That's
fumbles.
the crash out.
They had they had 2 muff punts, a strip sack fumble that we missed, two of the running back fumbles that we missed. We had opportunities at 5 turnovers, and we got 0 of them. That I kept saying, I was like, this isn't a good sign. I was like, it was 4 fumbles.
I don't count punts as turnovers because the field position changes. Yeah. The turnover is when I get the ball right there where that ball is, bro, or at least or I advance it. That's why I consider a turnover on downs an actual turnover. I don't consider a punt. That's different because I can play. Sometimes you know what I'm saying. Like I can move the ball all the way back, which then puts you in an ill position. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, Marlon, thank you for the super chat, brother. We got to talk this week as well. A lot of emergency conversations. Now is the time where we need to lean on loved ones. Okay, I'm leaning on my brother Tran, and then my brother Tran is leaning on me. Hopefully, y'all lean on us, but we got to lean on each other because this is some tough shit we're watching right now. I don't have no way to sugarcoat this, y'all. There's no reason why we should have to go through what we went through tonight as fans. I mean, it especially coming off of like the high of last week.
Yeah.
And almost, in some cases, unexpectancy of last week. Like, it's tough, right? But again, thankful for the win. They're 5-2. Arch wins his first road start in his career. Hooray. Right? Got that one off the back, young man. I need to see you come back and spark Mississippi State. Show some confidence of like, I've done this to these dudes before. I don't know, man. Like, it's tough. But let me read Marlon's comment. Sark has guys running wide open. We haven't been able to make those plays consistently for almost 3 years. Maybe it's time to draw up some new open plays. Diminishing returns at some point. I don't see any lies told. They are open, and we miss them. We even miss them with different players. We missed them when Wingo was asked to throw to somebody wide open. We missed it.
Yeah, motherfucker trying to put some touch on the ball. Just get the ball. He tried to put touch on the ball. It's like, oh, I'm gonna win this starting job.
C. Jenkins, thank you for another super chat here. Steven, we had 2 first downs in the second half versus Kentucky. Brother, that's inexcusable. Wingo, more like mid-go. Jesus Christ. My thing with Ryan Dog, though, is like, can I have a little bit of effort on some of the contested catches? I know they're tough ones, but like, I don't see him ever coming down with sometimes I need you to be an athlete, bro. Come down with some crazy shit. I don't expect it from the others, but like from you, it's just like right now, like any slight inconvenience, that shit incomplete. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just nitpicking at this point. Wingo needs a pay cut. I'm not here to watch nobody's money. That's not my job. Amizi, thank you for the super chat. I'm completely underwhelmed by our personnel on offense, Tran. Not a force multiplier on offense on the entire roster. How's that possible? Now, for those asking, what is a force multiplier? Those are like your Bijans, your Xavier Worthies, people that can make, a bad play right, or people that can make a good play great, right? Yeah. So there's a lot going on. Marlon said 179 yards in year 5 of the same exact stuff. What bothers you the most, Tran?
That we only had the ball for less than 20 minutes. That really does bother me. That's like, I'm not even trying. I'm like, all right, let's go. Run, pass. Okay, we'll punt. Pass, run, pass. We'll punt. Taking 6 seconds off the clock. It's like, you see the same metrics that we see, that the defense has been on the field for 3/4 of the game. Maybe give your defense some break. that grind, that really just bothers me, is that it's like we didn't even try to manage the clock. It's like it was intentional. It was intentional.
It's so frustrating. Hey, thank you for this one, Blade Painter. Appreciate you. Where's the next one at?
What was the line on this game?
Minus 12.5, Texas.
Oh, yeah. Sark had money on this game.
Marlon said Sark's divorce and the surprise baby cooked him in the offseason. I expect that from Quentin. Normally, he's the one that comes with the outside noise. Oh, boy. What else we got here? I was conflicted watching the game. Thank you for the super chat, sir. I was conflicted watching the game. At least your guys won.
Why were you conflicted?
I think this is a A&M fan.
Oh, okay.
Stagger, who do you follow? I don't think he's a Texas fan. We can't fall on fumbles to save our life. Dimple One just said, "Bro, I should have known when Taft gave us the got me. It's not." Hey, yo! I knew it was coming. I knew this was coming. I knew this was coming for weeks. My buddy and I had been Austin had been talking about this. Michael Taft, for those who don't know, is very big into his faith. He is going to use his platform, as I love it, to spread his faith, the gospel of Jesus Christ, and he showed that emotion at the end of the Cotton Bowl where he had his head on the thing and he's screaming and he's pissed off, right? And I think there were some people that noticed that Taft's disposition had changed after the loss to Ohio State this time, where he said the quote, we don't lose because God got me, blah, blah, blah. And so um, I know some fans, it's hard battling that faith aspect with like, I want that raw competitiveness. Like, I need you to be pissed off. Like, I know you're saved, but like, where's my motherfucking dog right now? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a tough conversation to have, in my opinion. But I knew people were gonna notice that and take that quote somewhere. He has lost weight though. Y'all are funny.
No, it's because he's walking like 7 miles a day. You remember I told you like when Jordan was at the camp, I saw him walking.
Yeah, he does yoga too.
Yeah, turn it into a hipster. I want you to be a maniac who could draw.
He said, "I need Fat Sark back."
Yeah, I need Fat Sark. Oh my God. God.
Ozempic brain is crazy. Y'all are he's on. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we got a good kicker. Wish he was here last year.
Yep.
Boy, would things have been different with him on the team last year.
Mm-hmm.
Carter B said, "My wife was in the passenger seat asking, what are they doing? When she's mad, it's bad." Quentin, no! Quentin said, I had a beer tonight. I don't even drink.
It's bad is like at the 2-minute warning at halftime, I got my car keys and I go, Jordan J, let's go get some ice cream. That's what I said. I swear. I was like,
that was a good move.
I was like, I gotta do something.
That was a good move. That move there, Tran.
No, because every time they're playing a game and I get mad, they think I'm mad at them. I'm like, I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you. You just get to be around it.
Y'all are funny, man. Lando said, "How the stress of that performance didn't send my wife into labor is beyond me." Oh, hey. Oh. Yeah, they got baby number 3 on the way, so well wishes. Congrats and well wishes. Mm-hmm. Tough night though. Oh man, Marlon, say it ain't so.
No.
Oh no. Defensive coordinators are sleeping well when they see Wingo and DeAndre. Oh, damn. He said those brothers don't need to keep people up at night trying to figure out how to stop them. Oh no. There's no purpose with our offensive play calls. It's interesting. Today was bad. I don't think every game we've had bad play calling, honestly. I think some games have been like just obvious execution challenges. Like when I go back and watch the game, I understand why the coach called the play. I understand the situation. I understand where he was trying to find a mismatch or out leverage the defense. Today, just the run pass ratio was off. Way off. And then once Arch isn't in a rhythm and he misses a couple, Tran, how do we fix that? How do we solve for that? Like, what would? Because that's starting to concern me. When he misses a couple and he's off, like all of a sudden his accuracy just goes into the toilet, where the balls aren't even catchable.
I know what we shouldn't do. I know we shouldn't run quarterback power. I know we shouldn't do that. What I would like to see him do is there's a couple times where he actually stepped up in the pocket, but then he forced the ball down the field. Like that's the one where I want to see him take the 7 yards and get down. You know, that's where the confidence. That's where you can get your confidence from it. Not design quarterback runs. Sorry, he's not that type of player. He's not Josh Allen. He's not. I would say get him the quick, easy balls, but we've seen how inaccurate he is right there. I guess you got to start force feeding that. Regardless.
I mean, but some things don't make sense though too. It's like I felt like early in the game, like first quarter, maybe early to mid second, we were running a lot of 12 personnel, but we weren't running the ball. Like we were actually throwing to the tight ends. Like we threw a couple to Jordan Washington, and we were throwing like Jack injuries. This is the other thing. I said this on Bleacher Report. Two things I want to bring over to here. Number one, what happened to the exciting whites on this team? Parker Livingston and Jack Injuries combined for one catch for -1 yards. I at least thought the whites on this team were connected. Now they're nowhere to be found, or they can't complete a pass. What happened to the exciting whites?
Or they can't even.
Where they used to be balling. Now they're not balling.
They legitimately this whole game did not block one person. It seemed like there was one play where Jack Injuries was running and there's two guys that were around him, and he chose none of them. He was right in between them. And I was like, was this a college football 26 glitch? Because he legitimately chose zero of them. He could have chipped one of them and kept going, but nothing.
Yo. That was one thing. The other thing is, sometimes I get defensive about stuff, but I'm not going to be defensive. I'm not going to be defensive. The comments are hilarious right now. But the quarterback, Cutter Boley, who somebody very nasty person came on there and said he looked like he has alcohol fetal syndrome or some shit like that. I said, that's not nice. It's not a nice thing to say about somebody. And I don't stand by that crap. But Cutter Boley outplayed Arch Manning tonight.
He did.
Because Cutter Boley is going up against a very good defense. Cutter Boley was going up against one of the best defenses in the country. Remember, Cutter Boley does not play Arch Manning. Cutter Boley had to play Texas defense.
Yep.
Right? And he got 13 points. Arch Manning got to play this sorry-ass Kentucky defense that is ranked. Look, they are who they are. All right? And so he was severely outplayed in terms of quarterback play on either side. I'm going to say that. All right?
So, hey, I know we're not going to say that, making fun of him, but one of my friends from New York did send me a text on what they said he looked like. So, I don't know if I should say it here or I should text you later about it.
We have to make a new shirt on this channel. We have football reasons, right? We have DIS. Don't ignore the signs. We're gonna have save that for the group chat. That's That's our next slogan on the channel. Save that for the group chat.
I just sent it to you on text.
Oh gosh, man. Yeah, some things you guys can't say out loud, man. You got to know. You got to know. You got to have better awareness than this Texas team sometimes.
Yeah,
Right? You got to read the room sometimes.
Situational awareness.
Situational awareness. Quentin said, "God doesn't watch football, Taff. Taff knows it's over. He just don't know how to tell him yet." Y'all stop. I agree, David Williams. David Williams said there's a case to be made that Cutter Bowley outplayed Quinn Ewers last year and then outplayed Arch Manning this year because he was balling last year when they brought him in. They just were down by a lot. So shout out to Cutter Bowley, tough competitor against Texas. Tough competitor. He did some stupid stuff and he would hold the ball for no reason sometimes and ended up getting blasted by Colin Simmons. Also, Trey Moore suplexed him in the end zone. I don't know if anybody else peeped that.
Yeah, he did.
Like right in front of the ref.
They didn't blow the whistle, man. Those refs did not. There was one where they were backed up against their goal line and they ran up the middle and they stopped them. They didn't blow the whistle, and one of the refs did this. Like, let him go out. Like, hey, I really want you to read your text just to see your face on what he said.
All right, yo. All right, yo. Oh my God.
I was like, that is very mean, but it is very.
All right, yo, man. I think my coach will eating double heavies. Getting that cholesterol up, buddy. Yo, shout out to I want to give a shout out to Marley. Now that I'm thinking about this and looking at this, Ryan Niblett, who to me just weeks ago was a complete liability. And the growth of that young man since OU has been fantastic to watch. Very proud of him. The confidence to field the ball. Guys, Ohio State game, he would have called a fair catch on that last punt return. He's not been taking, like, we've been talking about, like, Silas and how adventurous he was and all that. He had a little Silas in him tonight where that guy was coming up there and we needed it. We needed it. Like, I'm really, look, he still gets tackled like a rag doll on offense. And I don't think that's going to change, but punt returns, like just fielding the ball and being a threat and trusting his hands and trusting his instincts and just, be a playmaker, bro. Go out there and like, very, very proud of Ryan Niblett tonight. Chan Bailey said, Trent, can you talk about the goal line overtime stand? That shit was legendary.
Yeah, we did. We did talk about it. I mean, it's. I said, like, there's a lot of stuff that people aren't going to be talking about. Yeah, we stopped them. We stopped them 2 consecutive plays with less than a yard to go for them, and them trying to go over the pile, and us stopping it. I mean, this isn't new to us. Like a lot of our friends who have played us, who are from A&M, have said, "Do y'all watch tape?" Because A&M tried to do it to us, Clemson tried to do it to us, and they can't. I mean, so for the fact that they were able to do that on the road in overtime when they had been on the field for 40 plus minutes, it's extremely impressive. And the conditioning and the reason why we keep on rotating out our big boys throughout the game, that's the reason why, is to try to keep them fresh for moments like that. And it shouldn't have even gone down to that moment, honestly, because I thought that their offense was not great, but I mean, for us to be able to look off that huge gain that they had on first down and then stop them 4 consecutive plays, awesome.
So Tate said we can take a lesson from Taft and thank God we won so we can laugh about our assness tonight and not crash out about it. That's a good point. It is a different video when we've lost. There's a lot less jokes when we've lost than in a situation like this where we feel like we definitely underperformed and it was too close to call, but we're able to advance in the win column. So definitely a different vibe for sure. I agree, Tate. Michael, my business. Thank you for the super chat. Do you remember Dajay Johnson?
Oh, I remember. I remember he used to train my son. Yeah. Good dude.
Sark's not getting fired if he loses. Stop. We're not Penn State. All right. This isn't, I'm not saying Sark is above criticism or anything like that. And I do think there will be staff change. I expect staff. Like I said, some of them, I can't trust some of their eyes anymore with what you told me versus what we're seeing. So there's going to be some change. There may even be talk about, how Sark manages this offense moving forward, whatever that looks like. There will be talk about that. But Sark as a head coach is, let's not be short-sighted in terms of why we feel the way we feel right now. It's also because of him. And bringing this program back to a level of respectability that we had not seen in a very, very long time. Yeah. So we got to be careful, because another program will scoop him up and then he'll be off to the races building up that culture in no time. So this is about trying to fix the problems around him with him, right? And he's part of it because he was wearing multiple hats. He's part of it. And him as a QB guru, QB developer, right now, that you're not even in the conversation with Ohio State anymore, as far as I'm concerned. Because I'm watching Julian Sain, who is in his first freaking year,
ball
out, and look like every bit the 5-star that a 5-star should look like. And he looks confident. And they're going on the road, and he's throwing for 350 and 4 touchdowns, and he's not throwing dumbass picks. How come he looks so competent? I know he's throwing to infinity stones. Don't get it twisted. Carnell Tate went for like $111, 2 touchdowns. You got Jeremiah Smith. They got Max. Like we played them. We know what they got. But it's just crazy. Like, this is also a different offense that he's playing in than they even had with Chip Kelly. This is the Brian Hartline version now, right? And Ohio State's cruising with a new guy. Like, he's a Heisman candidate now.
And he should be.
And so it's just, I think that's the frustration, watching somebody that's also significantly younger than Arch just play with all this poise and just come out there and ball. Like, yeah, like when you're looking at schools and quarterback stuff, like that shit matters because they have a track record. And right now ours is a little shaky. I'm not out on it. And I know, because I know what it's looked like under Sark when it looks right. And I know how far we 2 years removed from back-to-back years where we're a game away from the Natty, bro. Like let's be mindful of that. But if Georgia and Mike Bobo can get the type of quarterback play they're getting from Gunnar Stockton, who's done this now in pretty much every big game this year. And I told Georgia fans coming into the year, I wouldn't be worried about Gunnar Stockton. And I was right about that. But you look at the quarterback play that what's his face is getting from Ty Simpson, DeBoer.
Mm-hmm.
Ty Simpson looks good.
Yeah.
We Sark was mentioned in those guys' names offensively. No one's ever said Mike Bobo is more of a quarterback guru and developer than Sark. People been shitting on Bobo when they lost Todd Monken. And now he's getting way more out of his quarterback than we're getting out of ours. Like the I mean every Lane's doing this with Trinidad Chambliss, who we got from D2, and Austin Simmons. Like, their people are producing. Why is our guy that you've had for 3 years seemingly so far behind? And yeah, we're growing. It's like a couple steps forward, a couple steps back. It feels like a little bit. Am I overreacting? Maybe am I going too far? Like what? I don't know. I don't know.
No, you're not overreacting. You're in the same mindset as like in my eyes, college football is open. Like all of this, all of the teams can be beaten. It doesn't matter. And if we have a defense like this, like why the hell can't we just put together just some type of offense? Some type of offense that we could trot out there and be like, yeah, we may get a touchdown. Like, I don't think we're gonna get a touchdown ever. That's how bad it is. It's like, at least we got ourselves a field goal kicker, so if we get in range, we could kick a field goal.
Threw for 132 yards today.
Balling. I'll play Sark here. How many yards did you throw for, Steve? Exactly.
like I think we got to go to. Let me bring you in here. I'm gonna share. We're gonna go over the stats real quick because I'm at a loss, Tran. I mean, we threw for 132 yards today. We had. Let me. Look at. I mean, this is ugly. This is nasty business right here.
Our leading receiver had 37 yards.
Bo said, "Please don't show those stats again."
You know how we always talk about how our teams like Cowboys and Longhorns are like mirrors of each other all the times. It seems like it was like Cowboys have an amazing offense and a shitty defense. Has a amazing defense and a shitty offense. Oh, it's fun. And both of them have a great kicker.
Dimple Wonder said, "Shout out to Kentucky for being mega ass. No one should lose a game where the other team plays like that." I agree. Mm-hmm. I agree. Hey, Travis, we're getting ready to wrap up here. I just wanted to go over the stats before we left. So the offensive stats are ugly. Defensively, like we said, Colin Simmons, huge game, 3 sacks. Trey Moore got a suplex. Manny Muhammad continues to play really, really good football. All the way around, like both run and pass.
Yeah.
Gilbo struggled today.
He started off hot.
He did. He had those two. Yeah. He had those two on the sideline that I really liked. That he defended so well, Tran.
Yeah.
And then the PI though, like which really should have been more defensive holding because the ball wasn't catchable. But
It
he
was only
like
because it was in the air, though.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. I thought he was panicking a little bit. And I thought early in the game he did his work early and was able to hold um that receiver to the sideline where he had very little room to work. Like that's good work as a corner. Good doing your work early. But I agree with Bones. I do think that Jalen is the guy that other teams do look to target. They got to look to target somebody. And Grayson Littleton's gotten a lot of work too, but I do think that the guy at the end of the day that they want to try to work to, if they ever get him isolated, is Jalen Gilbo.
Jelani McDonald seems like he's around the ball all the time, too.
Yeah, he is.
Sure.
And had 2 tackle for loss tonight. 2 big ones too, like 5-10 yard tackle for losses on Jelani's side. I mean, their lateral, like we look at all these tackle for losses they had tonight, and they still ran for over 100 yards. Like they only had 3 yards per carry. I mean,
They
Seth
were on
McGowan.
the damn field for 42 minutes. Our defense is going to get tired if you run at them over and over and over and over and over again. The largest run that they had, I think, was 7 yards.
He said over and over and over and over and over again.
It's like, I know people don't think that, oh, those little body blows matter. It matters.
Yeah, 86 plays, I think.
How many of those were run plays? Now,
46.
46 run plays.
Hey, Cutter Bowley was 31-39 though. Now a lot of it was underneath, but that's not bad against this Texas defense.
Not
That's
taking
not bad.
what they
Converted
gave him. Yeah.
7 of 18 is also not bad against this defense as far as I'm concerned. On third down. Like he was moving the ball. To be fair to that kid. Their QB outrushed all of our running backs. Yes, he did. And you know what's funny is on film, he doesn't even run like that. That's the funny. Like,
But if you look at his runs, his runs were like peppered in there when we would drop our linebackers into coverage completely and we'd leave the middle of the
true.
field open. It
True.
wasn't some bullshit like 3rd and 8. You know what we should do? They're showing blitz. Let's run QB power right now. It wasn't that. Yeah.
That's almost what double, David. What 39 minutes and 23 seconds. Well, Texas 20 minutes and 37 seconds.
They basically doubled us.
7 penalties for 50 yards.
So that's just that's regular. That's regulation, right? Because they don't count minutes in overtime. That's crazy. Double the time, more than double the production, and still lost the game. You're right. Thanks for being mega ass, I think was the terminology he said.
Any other stats stand out to you before I close this? I mean, for me, I just can't get past the 8 first downs for a whole game. That's like what's a normal Texas first, like how many first downs do we have versus OU? You know, like this is the type of stuff that sends me down rabbit holes. You know what I mean? Like, how do you only get 8 first downs? Okay, we had 15. We had like double versus OU, pretty much. Or is that normal for us? Are we that bad and I'm not able to see it? But they had 26. How many first downs we have in the Florida game? 16. Okay. So we had 8 there. 15 there, 16 there.
I bet you Ohio State we had low.
Ohio State.
I'd say 12. I'm gonna say
We had
12.
16.
16. Holy shit. So we're averaging 16, basically, other games besides this.
Ohio State only had 11 first downs in that game.
Oh, okay.
We had 16. We had 16 against Florida. We had 16 against or 15 against OU. We had 8 today. UTEP game, how many first downs we have? 23. And we were terrible that day. But James Simon was running the rock a lot. Yeah. So we might as well do the other two. San Jose State, how many first downs we have? 18. That's not that great against a team like that.
I'm not gonna lie. If Texas better not do this honey dicking us all, and then just dominate Mississippi State. We're like, where has this team been? Yeah.
Yeah. And then we had 26 against Sam Houston. Simon didn't have a carry today.
Not one.
All right. So that's the last thing I want to go over with you, Tram, before we bounce. Where are the other players? Why are I do understand why Jared Gibson left, and I appreciate the staff for being, I want to say honest, but then it's like, okay, y'all said y'all were going to prioritize Simon. He doesn't play. Y'all make this news about Michael Terry moving to running back. He doesn't play. We saw Justice Terry on defense the first snap of the game or the first few plays of the game. I don't know how much I saw him after that. Like, I'm just confused on the usage of the younger players in general, honestly. Like, why are they not in the game at all?
Don't know. I mean, I wish I had an answer. I'm really not going to touch on defense because I think defense isn't our problem at all whatsoever. But offensively, man, if they're not getting the job done, tinker and figure something out.
Terry was in the second half. How many snaps did he play?
I didn't see him.
He must have been on that like 2-set thing. Yeah, like, I'm sorry. If you come in for like a look and they sub you out, I don't know. Like, the only person that got any work outside of them was Christian Clark. The rest of them didn't even like Weisner was underused in my opinion for as much work as he did get. Like, I don't know. I thought we'd be run first at this point, or at least try to establish some of that. But we came out just so pass happy with all these tight ends on the field. No, and then, like, I didn't see Emmett Mosley until the third quarter, like, on the field. And then we hit an explosive with him, and then I saw maybe a couple times after that too. But I don't see him enough. Maybe it's just the lack of snaps, to your point. And who are you going to see when you're barely on the field to begin with? But I don't know. Anyway, parting thoughts, Trans. I appreciate you being on here with us. And by the way, we have currently 571 people watching, 360 over on Twitter, 220 on YouTube. So make sure you show some love. Hit the like button. It's free to show love. If you're not subscribed, I appreciate it. These are times, like we said, good therapy. Therapy during a win is important. So I appreciate all the people in here watching, all the super chats tonight. Very, very good, engaging conversation. I certainly feel better coming out of this, getting some stuff off my chest that just could get out there and Tran for calming me down. So
I'm glad you feel better. I don't. I don't. I just love being out here with all y'all and getting to read some of the comments. But man, I just we're not a disciplined smart team, and it's gonna. I mean, it didn't harm us today. I mean, it did harm us, but it didn't like from a win perspective. It didn't harm us, but it's about to happen around the corner, and it sucks because of all the time we invested in it.
yeah, it does. It's last question for you, because I knew it was coming. As soon as I say last question, that's how I know y'all been rocking with us for years. Because somebody said playoffs. Are you kidding me?
Did I mention
Playoffs?
Oh, so someone mentioned
Playoffs.
Playoffs? Get out of here.
Playoffs. Brother, we try to be bowl eligible next week, baby. But in all honesty, and I asked it on Bleacher Report, and the consensus was 8-4. I think it was. What will be our record at the end of this year? The options are 2-10. I'm sorry, not 2-10. 10-2. Right? If we win out, you win the last 5 games, you're 10-2. You go 4-1, you're 9-3. Right? You go 3-2, you're 8-4. And then anything worse than that is 7 wins or less. What category do you fall as of right now with 5 games left in the season?
From what I'm seeing right now, if this is the team that's going to be trotted out every single week, it's 8-4. Honestly, I think we could still squeak out 3 wins.
So let's Mississippi State, right? Which I'm sure you're counting that. If you're going 8-4, you have to be counting Mississippi State as a win.
Arkansas,
right? Arkansas,
and I think we could. I think we split either Vanderbilt or A&M.
And then Georgia's a loss.
Yes, Georgia at Georgia is just. We should just go out there with hedge clippers and we should just clean it up and just leave. If we bring this goddamn team out there.
You should be able to move the ball on Georgia. I don't know, man. Their defense doesn't look that great, but
it doesn't matter. Our offense doesn't look. It looks worse.
So, So Ike said, "Hold up, 7-5, brother." All right, again, we go order. I think order matters too. Okay, so as of now, I believe is Mississippi State, then Vandy. Mm-hmm. We get a bye week after Mississippi State, right?
Yep.
So it's Mississippi State. Then we get a bye week. Then it's Vandy
at home. Finally
at home.
Yeah.
Right. Finally back at DKR. But Vandy gave LSU that work today. Yeah. Only has 1 loss. Diego Pavia balling. Vandy, then you go to Athens to play Georgia. Then you come home to finish your season with back-to-back rivalry games versus Arkansas, then versus A&M. So, it's Mississippi Vandy bye. My bad. Okay. So the bye week is after Vandy. But okay, so Mississippi State, Vandy, bye week, Georgia, Arkansas, A&M. Can Texas win 4 of those games?
No, they can.
I don't even think that's you know what's crazy, David Houston? I don't even consider that. I'm being honest. I don't consider that a gauntlet. I don't. I think A&M, Vanderbilt, and Georgia are very, very good. Very, very good. Mississippi State and Arkansas should be like wins, but we're not that good.
Yeah.
That's the problem. If I'm looking at it out of the lens of last year, I'd be like, okay, Vanderbilt, they're good, but we got them at home. We should be physically better than this team. We should handle them the way Alabama handled them. That'll be my mindset. And then, can I beat A&M and can I beat Georgia? That'd be how. But at this point, bruh, I don't know. I think I might be in the 8-4 club with you.
Yeah.
Realistically, where we drop. I'm hoping it's not more than 2. Because this, how can we give them the benefit of the doubt if you're saying anything over 8 wins right now? How can we give them the benefit of the doubt? I don't think 5 and 7 is realistic. We're not going to lose out. Stop it. We're not losing out. But there is a world where we can go 2 and 3. I hope that's the low part. But there's a world that could happen too. So, anyway, Tran, thank you for reacting with me. I appreciate it so much, sir. Are you sure, Steve? No, I'm not. I'm going to be honest with you. Okay. I'm as sure as I was that the offensive line was going to be good before the season started. How about that? But they tell me lies every day, brother, just like they tell you lies. So I don't know. I don't think we'll lose out, though. I don't. Yeah, the defense is too good for us to end 5 and 7. I don't. That would be a complete meltdown. That puts us back in 2021. Nah. Because I don't think this team is a quitters. To me, that means your team quit.
Mm-hmm.
It's October. That means if we don't get a whole win the rest of the season. That means your team quit.
They shouldn't quit regardless. Right now, all their goals are in front of them. Still,
right.
Like, yeah, you escape. Sometimes you need a little luck to get to where you need to be, and we got some luck today. Now, don't just take that for granted. All right, go out there, just do whatever you can to win every single game.
All right, y'all. Hit the like button. Remember to follow, subscribe, the whole bit. And we'll be back with more. Remember, horns always up. Hook 'em.